Hey guys, welcome back. Before I get started, I would just like to add this. In reference to the King James Bible, it says, love is patient, love is kind, love does not dishonor others, love is not self-seeking, love is not easily angered, and yes, people, love keeps absolutely no records of wrongs. It doesn't. Yeah, the Bible said all of that, but it also said God is love. Right? God of the very nature of love. He's the ultimate author of it. In a nutshell, my friends, love just does not exist without God. God Himself demonstrates all the attributes of what love is. Yes, let's jump into it now, okay? Do we actually give love to our significant others anymore for who they are or for what they do? And I'm talking about real, genuine love people. Do we? That's a good question to ask yourself or your partner. I think the love that most of us gives off and receive is selfish, because nowadays love is like, I love you for what you can do for me. And this is where it gets confused, because there is no genuine love there. That is not genuine love. You should love someone, love your partner, and not expect anything in return. And there is no selfishness in God. God is the very being of love. Unless we're talking about something else other than love, like care, appreciation, infatuation, or much more just take you. All of that have room for genuineness and selfishness, but we mistake them for love. So now, but I get confused, people. Don't get confused. Who we give love? When a person is able to do something for you? And if your answer is yes, that's not love. That is selfish. That has nothing to do with love. Love should be selfless. Look at me yelling. Don't yell. Love should be selfless, because the moment when a person is not able to give or act in a way you want them to, automatically you don't love them no more. You can't let love. People now sacrifice themselves for each other again, but yet still them want come tell us say, oh, I love you. Don't believe it. And I love that. Them love themselves. Loving itself is sacrificial. As God's word say, there is no greater love than this, that I gave up my only begotten Son to die for you, us, so that we might be able to experience what true, genuine love should be. Love is an action word. Love is putting the needs of another person before your own. But people don't do that these days. The maga say, my needs comes first. And it's the truth. That's what we do. This video is for anyone who is in an unhealthy, abusive relationship. Love should not hurt, right? Love should not hurt you. Whether it's emotionally, physically, or all the alley, that's not love, that is abuse. And based on my experience, my advice to you is to get out before it's too late. Get out. Don't sit long in an abusive relationship. Don't do that to yourself. Get out before it's too late. In my opinion, guys, we as humans don't really understand what love is. And because of that, we abuse love, right? Because we don't know what love is, or we've never experienced love when growing up, right? And then we tell our partners we love them, and then we just leave them heartbroken. That's not love. Listen, as of late, I've been thinking if this is the right platform for what I'm about to say. But if I'm going to be open, then that's what I'm going to do by putting myself out there. Right? This is my healing, people. This is my journey that I am on. So, yes. Growing up, looking at my youthful days, I didn't know what love was. Even though I grew up in a household with both my parents, mom and dad, I'm sorry. If you guys are watching this video, please just hear me out and think about what I'm saying. Right? And also, not just my parents, other parents with kids who is giving love to their kids, right? Growing up, I really didn't experience love. I didn't know what love was. And I'm going to be brutally honest on here. Even though I had mom and dad around, there wasn't love at home. Many times I felt alone. And I am talking about there was no affection, respect, healthy attachment. I wasn't given the attention and affection a child should have received while growing up. I mean, there was a little, but nothing to be excited about, right? It's sad. It's sad, especially for us the children, right? Over the years, I had great difficulty in relationships due to the lack of affection and attention at home with my parents. And I never felt worthy of anyone's love. And that wasn't healthy. At home, we showed no affection to each other, right? We never hugged. We hardly said I love you to one another. I really don't want to get into depth too much, but yeah, this is my healing, people. This is just me, right? As a child, I didn't think about it back then because it was the norm at home. In my experience, we received no love. Let me stop using the word we and say I, even though my siblings went through similar cycles, each in their own way, but I'm talking about myself. Let me put me out there. As I said earlier, I didn't know what love is, right? Growing up, I did not know what it was, and I can't say that I'm fully there. I don't fully understand what love is. I'm learning as I'm making changes in how to give love. Before, though, I thought affection, sex was love. So I grew up to believe as long as I was receiving that from a person, it was love. Right? In my younger years, I got so used to being abused. Let me explain myself here, guys. It was not physical abuse, right? It felt worse. It was emotional, it was mental, verbal, and psychological abuse. It went so deep. I actually carried it through to my adulthood, right? My parents tell us that they love us now, but there was so much more missing. I'm talking about genuine family time, and the bonding was never there, and it just wasn't. It was not at home. Home felt more like a regiment than a home. Most people grew up in households where they're shown love, care, affection, attention, etc. And when you grow up in an atmosphere like that, you believe that's normal. And guess what? You end up feeling like it is okay, and that what love is due to the experience from your childhood, right? I believe our parents are the first people we should experience love with other than God, right? Because our parents should love us unconditionally no matter what. And those childhood stages you grew up, what we receive from our parents or caregivers, that's what we are going to relate to others. And then people will wonder why we end up in abusive relationships. No, the reason why I'm talking about all of this is because being on this journey of healing, physically, mentally, all the alleys, right? I'm learning how to give and receive love to someone. I mean, whoever is gonna come next in my life, right? And I believe, listen, I believe it was in my second video that I posted when I said, I know my husband loved me. I'll insert a clip somewhere here or here. I'm sorry, but I take that back. Sad but true. The love I received while I was married was not love. Thinking about it, it wasn't. That was not genuine love. It was a selfish kind of love. And guys, this brings me to the end of this video. I want you to think about the relationship that you are on and ask yourself, is this genuine love I'm receiving or you're giving to your significant other, right? Please feel free to comment below, right? What you think about your relationship that you are in. And as always guys, peace and love. I'm out.